as I see it, you know, it is very much a gut, intuitive perspective. And I really feel like you have a very special intuition.
Rumors have been going around that Swizz Beatz has been having an affair with Lala Anthony, you guys. And not only that, they are supposedly so in love with each other.
Oh, honey, the internet is losing its mind right now. A leaked tape just dropped out of nowhere, and it's got Swizz Beatz all up in Lala Anthony's personal space, and not in the just friends kind of way. Meanwhile, Alicia Keys, his wife, was apparently blindsided like a deer in headlights. And you know how fast word spreads in this industry. But betrayal? Oh, betrayal hits like nothing else, especially when it comes from people who are supposed to be in your safe space, at home and inside your own tight circle. Sources are saying Alicia didn't just take this quietly. Oh no, she had a full-on meltdown. And honestly, can you blame her? She's been holding it together in public for years, managing a messy blended family, keeping that cool, soulful queen image intact. And then, bam, she's suddenly forced to face everything she's probably been sweeping under the rug. Word is, the moment she caught wind of the leak, she went straight to Swizz for a no-holds-barred confrontation, demanding answers. And yes, Lala allegedly got her own verbal smackdown from Alicia too. The fallout? Immediate. And listen, it's not even just about an affair. The knife goes deeper when the other woman is someone you actually called a friend. But here's the kicker. Barely anyone's shocked. This isn't exactly Swizz's first messy headline. His past? Oh, it's riddled with complications, cheating rumors, and love triangles. People have been whispering for years. Was Alicia just another chapter in his same old story? Did she choose to ignore the red flags because she thought love could conquer his history? Now everyone's buzzing. Who leaked the tape? And why now? Some think it's an insider who's just had enough of the picture-perfect facade. Others say this might just be karma doing her thing, a repeat of what Swizz's ex-wife went through a decade ago. Only now, Alicia's in the hot seat. The timing couldn't be worse. Publicly, Alicia and Swizz have been selling the dream of a happy blended family, smiling for family pics, collaborating on music. Privately, cracks have been there for a while, but nothing could have prepared Alicia for this, having her trust shattered by both her husband and a woman who's literally been at her table. As the tape spreads and rumors explode, one thing's crystal clear. The so-called fairy tale is falling apart in real time. Fans and celebs are watching closely. And honestly, this might be the moment everything changes for Alicia. Cute guys come with ugly problems. And what really twists the knife for Alicia? This wasn't some random industry acquaintance. Lala had been in her close circle for years. Same exclusive events, hyping each other's careers, and what looked like a real friendship. But here's where it gets icy. The timeline makes it look calculated. Multiple sources claim Swizz and Lala's little connection allegedly kicked off around 2019, right when Lala's marriage to Carmelo Anthony was crumbling in public, with his cheating scandals splashed across every tabloid. Lala was supposedly going through her own private drama too. Now no one's pretending Carmelo was some saint. His cheating had been an open secret for years, complete with rumors of multiple affairs and even kids outside the marriage. Lala defended him for so long that when she finally filed for divorce, people just assumed it was the last straw after years of embarrassment. But now, insiders are hinting that during some of Lala's most vulnerable moments, she might have been finding comfort in Alicia's own husband. And that's where the betrayal hits a whole other level. We're talking about Lala allegedly pouring her heart out to Alicia over Carmelo's latest scandal, while secretly having something going on with Swizz.
Never getting married again.
Damn.
Wow. I'm not, it's one of those things in life that I feel like I could check it off. Like, okay, I did that. Maybe people want to say they've experienced that. I've experienced it. And I know the good and the bad that happened to me, so it's not something I want to experience.
Just imagine it. Lala rolling into industry events with Alicia, smiling for cameras, acting like the perfect supportive friend, all while allegedly stabbing her in the back. She's liking Alicia's Instagram posts about love and family, while possibly helping to dismantle that very same family behind the scenes. And this wasn't some heat-of-the-moment thing. If it's true, it was years of lies, careful planning, sneaky schedules, and keeping up a fake persona around Alicia. That level of manipulation, way beyond just a mistake? The worst part? Alicia was apparently being genuinely supportive through Lala's divorce, offering friendship and comfort. The thought that Lala could accept that kindness while allegedly having something going on with Swizz? That's a betrayal that cuts deep.
There's nothing I can't do. Staying is easier. Staying is easier.
Really?
Walking away is hard.
And here's the thing, this didn't just suddenly blow up in 2025. Nope. The first whispers go back to 2021. That's when radio personality Miss Jones dropped a bomb that rocked the hip-hop community. On her show, she revealed that someone from inside Swizz's camp had reached out to spill tea, saying Swizz and Lala had been in a full-on affair and were madly in love. The insider even gave receipts, like Swizz allegedly commenting on Lala's posts at odd hours, and her being the first to reply every single time. The source even claimed it got so obvious that Swizz had to tell Lala to chill so it wouldn't look suspicious to his wife. That kind of detail? That's coming from someone who's been way too close to the action. When Miss Jones made it public, Swizz wasted no time, jumped on social media and posted, "Knock it TF off." Oh, and then he tried to be slick, posting Alicia's song Lala and captioning, "This is the only Lala I'm rocking with." Cute deflection, right?
When I was no longer feeling great about it, sad every day, crying, like just feeling somewhat lost, not feeling loved the right way. I'm like, I don't want this to be for the rest of my life. And I don't want my son, I have to be an example to my son seeing me, sad or whatever. Like, I didn't want that. And I was like, this is just not feeling good anymore. And there was a lot of things that had been done. And I was just like, I got to move on from this.
Do you think that if you weren't in the public eye, would you have handled the situation at all differently?
I would have still made the same decision, but it would have been less maybe pressure or less eyes on me, like, what's she gonna do? People are saying this, and is this true, or whatever it is. I think it would have been less pressure maybe, but I do think I still would have came to the same conclusion because some boundaries were crossed that I just couldn't.
But here's the funny part. If he was truly innocent, you'd think he'd just laugh it off, right? Nope. He looked rattled, like really rattled. And gossip blogs had been hinting at similar stuff for years. There were even blind items that fit a little too perfectly. If those 2021 rumors were real, it means this thing had been going on for years already. And Alicia? She believed his denials back then, brushed it off as gossip, and kept pushing their public power couple image. Now, with this alleged new evidence, she's staring at the possibility that she's been living a lie all along.
Choosing and wanting to uplift each other. It's really about especially showing our kids, how important it is to...
And here's why this 2025 drama hits harder than the 2021 whispers. Back then, it was just talk. Now, people are saying there's actual evidence. And in today's industry, that's career suicide. Swizz isn't just a husband in trouble. He's a brand. And brands have contracts, endorsements, and morality clauses. Industry chatter says some of his business associates are already pulling back. Meetings postponed, projects paused, deals stalling. And Lala, same deal. She's built her brand on being relatable and authentic, especially about love and relationships. If these allegations stick, that whole image crumbles overnight. Networks and streaming services don't like risky headlines attached to their talent. It's brutal timing too. Both Swizz and Lala have been working to reshape their images post-divorce and post-scandal. And if this is true, years of careful branding could go down the drain in days.
When they thinking that they want to kill each other and we want to be all negative and violent, we got kids involved in this and we had to take the time out and go back to that word communicate and understand that, okay.
Now, if you really want to understand why nobody is shocked about Swizz Beatz being in another scandal, we have to rewind way back. His history with women? It's a whole saga. Picture this. It's the year 2000. Swizz is with Mashonda. She's pregnant with their first child, and she's thinking life is perfect. Except it wasn't, because at the exact same time, Swizz was involved with another woman, Nicole Levy. And then Nicole ends up pregnant too. So yes, Mashonda is carrying his child while another woman is carrying his other child. The heartbreak from that? Beyond words. And tragically, Mashonda's baby was stillborn, which insiders say was made even harder knowing her man had been cheating and got someone else pregnant during what should have been the happiest moment of her life. And yet, Mashonda forgave him. She married him in 2004, had their son Kasim Jr., and tried to make it work. For a while, it looked like Swizz had settled down. But you know how history works when lessons aren't learned. Fast forward to 2007 to 2008, Swizz is allegedly already getting close to Alicia Keys, while also seeing another woman, Jonna Sebastian, on the side. Jonna ends up pregnant too, giving birth to his daughter Nicole, so at one point he's juggling Mashonda, Alicia, and Jonna. And here's the wild part, Alicia didn't seem fazed by any of this mess. She knew about the other women, the overlapping relationships, the pregnancies, and still chose to move forward with him.
Have been asked this question, but okay, the whole situation with you, your husband, and Alicia Keys, is it true?
Yeah, pretty much it's true.
Okay, and that's all we're gonna go, because to be honest with you, we don't need to get completely in your
The timeline is pure chaos. Swizz juggling multiple women, making promises he had no intention of keeping, and playing house with more than one person at a time.
Guys are not prepared for strong women.
Talk about that
I understand
part.
a lot of guys are not prepared for a strong woman. And what we have is she's her boss, I'm my boss.
And with kids involved, that's where it gets even messier. Which is why these new Lala Anthony allegations don't exactly shock anyone. They feel like the continuation of a story that's been unfolding for over 2 decades. For Alicia, this should have been the brightest red flag. She watched what happened to Mashonda, saw the heartbreak and public humiliation Swizz caused, and still convinced herself that their love would be different. Now, she's living through almost the exact same script. And you know what people are saying? Karma's just doing her job. The parallels between then and now are so on the nose, it's almost cinematic. Which brings us back to the beginning, how Alicia and Swizz even got together. See, when Alicia entered the picture, Swizz and Mashonda weren't just having issues, they were still married, living together, and had a newborn. This wasn't some "we were already separated" situation. They were still a family unit.
A lot of soulless feedback. You get a lot of criticism, you get jealousy, you get all these negative things. And I was feeding into that because I wanted those people to hear me out. You know, I wanted them to feel my pain.
Mashonda has said she reached out to Alicia directly, woman to woman, telling her they were still married, living together, and had just had a baby. She asked her to back off so they could fix their marriage. Alicia never replied, never acknowledged the pain. Instead, she kept moving forward, fully aware she was helping break up a family. Later, Mashonda wrote an open letter. "I made it very clear. I am still married to my husband, living with him, and just had a child. It's been 2 years, and I still have not received a response." She recalled watching Alicia flaunt her relationship with Swizz while she tried to hold her marriage together. "What I receive is constant displays of selfishness and disregard to me and my son."
People are forgetting when she moved into Swizz and them's house to work on the music with him, he was still married to his wife, living in that same house. And then she moved in while she was cool with the wife.
At first, both Swizz and Alicia denied everything until they finally admitted it, though Alicia still claimed it began after the separation, despite all signs to the contrary. Sources say she even pushed Swizz to leave Mashonda, go public, and seek full custody of his son. Now, in 2025, Alicia may be getting betrayed by someone she thought was a friend, just like Mashonda once warned her.
Relationship that's over and you're kind of remembering all the times that it was there, like you're remembering the way that they felt with their arms around you instead of just the covers being around.
The pattern? Identical. Back then, Alicia allegedly pressured Swizz to leave Mashonda. Now, Lala was reportedly pushing him to leave Alicia. Same tactics, same disregard for families, same selfish drive. That's why this scandal is everywhere. It's not just messy, it's history repeating, karma coming full circle, and a drama everyone's watching. Drama everyone's watching.